Kate Moore's The Woman They Could Not Silence, One Woman, Her Incredible Fight for Freedom, and the Men Who Tried to Make Her Disappear, is a gripping work of narrative nonfiction that blends biography, history, and social critique. It tells the extraordinary story of Elizabeth Packard, a 19th-century woman who was unjustly confined to an insane asylum by her husband, and who later became a pioneering advocate for women's rights and mental health reform. The book begins by situating Packard's ordeal within the broader context of 19th-century America, a time when women were legally and socially subordinate to men. Under the laws of coverture, married women had few rights, and husbands wielded immense power. Packard's husband, a domineering clergyman, used this power to silence her when she dared to challenge his religious views and assert her independence. Declaring her insane, he had her committed to the Illinois State Hospital without trial or evidence. Moore's narrative captures the horror of Packard's confinement. The asylum was a place of neglect, abuse, and despair, where women were often institutionalized simply for defying social norms. Packard endured years of imprisonment, surrounded by patients who were mistreated and silenced, yet she refused to accept her fate. She documented her experiences, challenged the authority of doctors and administrators, and fought tirelessly for her release. The book highlights Packard's resilience and courage. Against overwhelming odds, she secured her freedom through legal battles, exposing the injustices of the asylum system. But her struggle did not end there. She dedicated the rest of her life to advocating for reform, campaigning for laws that protected women from arbitrary confinement and improved conditions in mental institutions. Her activism contributed to significant changes in American law and society, making her a pivotal figure in the history of women's rights. Moore enriches the narrative with vivid detail and emotional depth. She draws on Packard's own writings, court records, and historical accounts to reconstruct the story. Her prose is both empathetic and compelling, capturing the human drama of Packard's ordeal while situating it within broader social and political contexts. The climax of the book lies in Packard's courtroom battles, where she confronted the men who sought to silence her. These moments are described with cinematic intensity, showing her determination, eloquence, and courage. The resolution affirms her legacy as a woman who refused to be silenced, whose fight for freedom transformed laws and inspired generations. For readers, The Woman They Could Not Silence is both heartbreaking and inspiring. It challenges assumptions about gender, power, and mental health, providing a narrative that is as relevant today as it was in the 19th century. Moore's work is essential reading for anyone interested in women's history, social justice, or the resilience of the human spirit.